Hey guys, Calibus Ran here. 2 years ago, I started this journey not knowing where I was going to go or how I was going to do things. And then all of a sudden it hit me. I needed to bring the thing that I loved back to the fandom, which was the passion and, of course, um, to nullify some of the negativity that was out there. And it was just so crazy how things has hit. So I revamped myself again for the third time, and now I am bringing you the rebirth season of the Cosmic Portal. And I want to start it out with one of the greatest guests, excuse me, one of the greatest guests that we've had on this show, which was, of course, Mr. J.G. Hertzler. So from this day forward, I will be bringing you some of the older content as I'll start it off as we get to it, and then I will bring in the videos and repurpose them and bring them back out to you because these videos need to take a second look at. And this was the first time that I had had a major celebrity on the show, and that was 2 years ago, August. And he's appeared on our show three other times after that. So yes, I've had JG Hertzler on my show four times, and it just kept getting better and better. And without further ado, let me go ahead and just bring this to you guys. Uh, the Chancellor.
Less said, not seek power. They have power thrust upon them. Hail Bartok, leader of the Empire.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, here at the Proud Warriors of Kronos, Station United. And with us is the Chancellor, the great Martok.
Yes.
There he is. Oh, indeed. Greatness doesn't even begin to describe that facade. Ah, great. I have my window. Oh, it's a terrible background here, isn't it? I gotta dress up the Rotarn a little bit. Um, so listen, before we go on, I just want to share some important thoughts. These are, what was the show? Was it Saturday Night Live that used to have deep thoughts? What was that show? Doesn't anybody know? Speak
It
up.
was Saturday Night Live. You're right. Saturday Night Live.
Deep thoughts. Well, these are deep thoughts from Mark Twain, which is probably the deepest thinker ever. But if you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. And I love that. I love God, it fits me. Do the right thing. It will gratify. Do the right thing. It will gratify some people and astonish the rest. Oh, by the way, Sir Rudyard Kipling, a most remarkable man. In fact, he and I are both remarkable men. Rudyard Kipling knows everything that can be known, and I know the rest. That's Mark Twain too. The man's a genius. So how can I help you? Do you have tickets for tonight? Could everybody show me your tickets so I know that everybody's legitimate? You don't have any tickets? Oh, there's one. You're in, Robert. Oh, I love the hat too, the Klingon hat. Yeah, liking that very much. In fact, where are my? I have a bat left around. I left it in some poor passerby and forgot to retrieve it. Oh, I left it in you. Oh,
that's good.
So yes, how can I help you all? I have. You said you might have some questions about these books. I probably can't answer a good deal of them, but yeah, there they are. The Klingon Empire is dying, and I think I deserve to die. Book 2, The True Test of a Warrior is not without, it is within. Oh yeah. This is already 20 years ago that these were written. In fact, more than that, because I think it was in the late, like 1999, right? The same year the show was ending. Who's the he was in licensing. He's written quite a few of these coffee table books. Name escapes me now. God dang it. Anyway, he wrote the companion, I believe. What is it? Oh, I can't think of the name. Anyway, he asked me. He said, "John, do you have any desire to write a Klingon-oriented book?" And I said, "Well, yeah, of course." So I took it upon myself to read a few, and I've got to tell you, I love the writers. You know, the writers are wonderful people, and without writers, actors would be completely silent. But I read the Klingon books were so filled with Klingon technical jargon and vocabulary building phrases, and that you had I would have to look up get Mark Okren's book, Speaking Klingon, and Everyday Klingon, and Klingon, How to Order in Klingon, these kinds of things. In order to read one page, I'd have to look up 6 books and say, what the heck was that? What does that mean? Who is that? Who are they talking about? What emperor, which empire is that? And which quadrant? And I said, okay, I will write it, but it's not going to be jammed with Klingon references, except to further the story. And I got to say, with the help of Jeffrey Lang, I wrote the first the outline. It was about 80 pages for the first book, and then I took a pass at the book, and so the first edition was me. And then my editor said, Mario, who is a wonderful Palmieri. Is that right? God, it's been so long ago. He said, would you mind for the second book, because my daughter was born in 1999, and I said, I don't have a great deal of time anymore. She gets up at 0 o'clock and goes to bed at 1,000 o'clock. So anybody that if you can give me some help on this, I would appreciate it. And so that's when I met Jeffrey Lang, who was a brilliant writer, brilliant man, a wonderful. Everything that I did well, he made better. Everything that I stunk up the room with, he fixed. So I'm in great debt to Jeffrey. But as I was reading, I was going through the books tonight before this, and I said, I should read maybe something from the books, and I got so drawn in because it's been 20 some years since these were written, and of late I've been working on I guess you could call it an autobiography. Why is my mustache crooked? I don't understand why this side curls up. This side really doesn't want to curl. There we go. Vanity, vanity, all is vanity. I don't see anybody else, just me. Oh, thank you. I'd rather have the gallery.
The Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, at his best. And again, we had him on 3 more times. And I'm going to give that to you one slow little dose at a time and one minuscule part at a time. And of course, if you want to see the full interview, you can always come to the YouTube page and come check it out. But I wanted to bring you that little bit of Mr. J.G. Hertzler. It was one of the greatest times that I've ever had. And to be privileged to do this and to have him on the show was a great honor. So stay tuned for the next one. It'll be dropping very soon. Welcome to the new Cosmic Portal, and welcome to the Portal Room.